The floor back, Kathleen.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll see each other at the next Q&A session and quiz.
So our next speaker is Stefania Gyftopoulou. She is from the Greek municipality of Egaleo, and she is leading on the project Rock the Block that was approved in the first EUI call. So please welcome Stefania. Hi, I hope you can hear us. Can you tell us more about your project?
Yes, hi, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm going to present Rock the Block, a pilot project on affordable housing. I hope you can see the slide. So the overarching challenge to be tackled is the vicious cycle created between low housing quality, unsatisfied housing needs, and weak community bonds. Just very quickly, we have an aging building stock that has never been renovated, high rates of energy poverty and housing cost overburden, management issues within the blocks with low levels of agreement among residents, and fragmented housing strategies where shared problems within buildings are continuously addressed at different speeds. So the proposed solution tackles the related challenges in 3 pillars. First, the technical transformations, and by that we mean green, digital, aesthetic, functional, circular, and inclusive. Second, community building and upskilling, so here we go also at the neighborhood scale. And third, institutional interventions for care and support. So what is different in this project is that it employs the building, the polykatekia as we call it, as the intervention unit, in contrast to most policy and financial instruments that focus on households. An important step towards housing affordability is solving common problems collectively, such as heating, waste management, greening, sharing, repairing of equipment, etc. Thus, the city is designing an open call for polykatekias. The selected ones will work together with a group of experts to co-frame the challenges they face at building level and co-design action plans. These action plans are going to be translated into upskilling activities as well as technical studies for works, which the city will tender. In this sense, it both requires and cultivates community bonds and self-organization. And lastly, the city will set up a new urban policy tool from the public called assessment, contracting, consultation, funding scheme, and 2 offices, the housing office, a one-stop shop to offer advice and support on housing, and the co-living hub for collective action, mutual support, and upskilling. The work that we're going to do will be depicted into roadmaps and a policy brief to be used by policymakers and especially the region, the West region, as input to future housing strategies. And to achieve the above, we have set up a quadruple helix partnership, which includes us, the city, 3 academic research institutions, 4 NGOs, and 2 private companies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stefania. So most of the people here today are wondering if they're going to apply and are maybe preparing their project proposal. So which advice would you give them?
I think that what was common in all 3 cities I have worked with is that they shared the belief that they cannot act alone when it comes to responding to complex urban issues. So I would say be open to share responsibilities and power and involve those actors not usually involved. Come together, bring their expertise to think out of the box.
And so when you were designing your project, what were the things that you noticed that you would tell other people, like, keep this in mind when applying, when designing your project?
Well, three things very quickly. Involve as many city departments as possible, support them in working together and build a different culture of collaboration across silos. This can ensure an integrated approach to the challenge you want to tackle. Also involve policymakers at different scales early enough. Do not wait until the end of the project to do that. For example, at Rock the Block, we created within the project an advisory board where relevant stakeholders are members. A project having a use value is important to keep people interested and to respond to real needs. So again, include activities where you get beneficiary input and involve them in both framing the challenge and designing the solution.
Great. And if you were to do things differently, would you change anything to your project?
Cities learn a lot during implementation, and you want this knowledge to stay within the city. Also, knowledge coming from partners, project partners, the processes, the tools, the learning. So I would say keep public servants involved during implementation. And a second one is use culturally and age-appropriate participatory methods and tools. Sometimes we tend to use sophisticated methods, but maybe the simplest form of discussion or workshop with beneficiaries can be more effective.
Yeah, sometimes simple is very good, true. Great, thank you very much, Stefania.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're going to move to the next part of the presentation today.